The General Secretary of the ruling New Patriotic Party (NPP), John Boadu, says the party is ready to work with the minority side of the opposition, National Democratic Congress (NDC), in the 8th Parliament. According to him, it is untrue that the NDC had won majority in the just-ended parliamentary polls. Speaking at a press conference held at the party's headquarters in Accra on Tuesday, Mr. Boadu said, per the declaration of parliamentary results by the Electoral Commission, the supervisory body of elections in the country, the NPP is leading with 137 parliamentary seats, followed by the NDC with 136 seats and a seat for an independent candidate. He said even with the Sine West seat, which is in contention, the NPP is hopeful of winning it. Mr. Boadu said it is therefore surprising that even with declared and published results from the EC, clearly stating who is having majority in Parliament, the NDC continues to claim majority in Parliament.
Regarding the parliamentary elections, the results were collated and declared in all the 274 constituencies at the collation centers of the constituencies across the country, except that of Sine West, which is yet to be declared. And as I said, we are confident that if Sine West is declared, the New Patriotic Party will add that one to our baskets. The closeness of the parliamentary votes is Ghanaian way of telling us to collaborate and avoid the adversarial politics that has characterized most of our fourth Republican politics. We accept this challenge. We shall work with the minority for the interests of this country. It is important to again state that we also dispute the result of some of the parliamentary results. But we have not asked our supporters to go on the streets to protest these results. Our lawyers are putting our evidence together to the courts to challenge them.
John Boadu expressed his disappointment with the NDC, saying no amount of whining on the part of the NDC will change the outcome of the 2020 election results. According to the party, the NDC has no case crying foul over the results declared by the EC, and that if they have any issues with the declared results, they should use the appropriate channels to seek redress. He said Mr. Mahama had intentionally not conceded defeat in order to court the sympathy of the NDC supporters to retain him as the presidential candidate of the party for the 2024 elections.
In fact, no NDC presidential candidate since Jerry John Rawlings has hit the 51% mark in a presidential election. None of them. The 50.2% and the 50.7% that John Mills and John Mahama scored, representing 40,586 and 325,863 votes difference between them and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So the nation is at a loss as to how a vote difference of 517,213 can be deemed contentious. Everybody is surprised, and I believe that you are surprised as well. There's absolutely no doubt in anybody's mind that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo won the 2020 poll emphatically and without doubt. No amount of whining can change that. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, it is important to state that John Dramani Mahama had from the onset declared his intention to reject the result of the election. He has impugned the integrity of the EC since the beginning of the year and signaled his unwillingness to accept the results of the poll. To continue to ask the NDC to put out their numbers for the presidential ballot if they have any. They dispute what EC has put out. They dispute what Cordeo has put out. They dispute what all the media houses have put out. So what in their estimation is the correct results? On our part, the election is over. We have set up our transitional team as demanded by the Constitution. We are moving on with the business of governance. We shall not be distracted. Let the Ghanaian people speak up. The National Peace Council, the National House of Chiefs, and civil society organizations speak up and tell John Dramani Mahama that this country is bigger than its ego.
The Ghana National Petroleum Corporation (GNPC) sold 73 cargoes of oil made up of 71.1 million barrels valued at $5.2 billion COVID-19 and debt sustainability issues exacerbated by the pandemic. The report said the impact of the coronavirus and the oil price crash on Ghana's economy means that ensuring GNPC maximizes its oil sales revenues is more important than ever. Nafi Chinri, West Africa manager for NRGI, in a press release accompanied by the report, said oil sales transparency on the part of GNPC and the government has been an important step towards enabling citizen groups to demand effective and accountable management of revenue flows. Information on Ghana's long-term sales contract tied to resource backing borrowing is especially important in the context of broader debt relief and renegotiation discussions.
A fire outbreak at the Katamanto market in the Central Business District in Accra on Tuesday night has destroyed goods worth thousands of Ghana cedis. The cause of the fire, which affected the second-hand goods dealers in the market, is immediately not known. Reports said the fire started around 10 p.m. Firefighters responded to the distress call and battled the fire in the night. In a similar development, on Tuesday, fire gutted some shops in Koforidua, destroying goods and properties worth thousands of Ghana cedis. The fire ravaged at least 3 shops in the eastern regional capital of the country. The Koforidua fire incident occurred around 10:15 a.m. on Tuesday, according to eyewitnesses. The blaze was reportedly caused by an electrical fault on the main power supply pole of the Electricity Company of Ghana, which spread to nearby shops. Though firefighters arrived late at the scene, they managed to extinguish the fire, preventing it from spreading to other nearby shops. The shops consumed by the fire sold electricals, plastics, and cloths. It may be recalled that in the last few months, fires have ravaged certain locations in Ghana, including the pedestrian mall at the Kwame Nkrumah interchange and the Liberty branch of the GCB Bank, also in the Central Business District in Accra.